Hello everyone, welcome to IQRA IAS. Today we'll be seeing important schemes which are a part of Budget 2025. Right, so we are having, I'll just see that whether the stream is on or not. Chalo. It is all clear now. We can start our lecture. Fine. So these are the various important schemes that we are going to discuss today. So we'll talk about Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. It is one of the important scheme of rural development. Then we will see some of the important initiatives launched in agriculture sector in the budget 2025, Agri District Program, Kisan Credit Card, Makhana Board, Rural Prosperity and Resilience Program, Prime Minister Dhan Dhanya Krishi Yojana. These are the various initiatives that has been spelled out while present in the budget 2025 by the Finance Minister. Then we'll talk about the important schemes related to education. One is Bharatiya Bhasha Pustak Scheme, PM Research Fellow Scheme, and some of the skilling initiatives. Then we'll talk about S&T related important measures taken by the government in this budget. National Center of Excellence for AI Education, Deep Tech Funds of Funds, National Geospatial Mission, Swami. Then urban development, we are having Urban Challenge Fund, PM Swanidhi Yojana, PM E-Bus Seva Scheme. Then all of these are independent miscellaneous topics that we have to discuss one by one. Then at the end, we will also talk about one-liners, means Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. With the help of Gram, you can understand that it is a rural connectivity scheme. Basically, we wanted to lay roads in rural areas. Okay, this is the phase 4th of Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. And in this scheme, all weather roads, means in summer season, winter season, or in rainy season, the road should be very good, should be what? Motorable. Okay, so to provide all weather connectivity to 25,000 rural habitation, the number is important here. Please do remember it. Okay, then the budgetary allocation is at around 19,000 crores, which is 12% higher than the previous year budget allocation to the same scheme. Okay, government is doing significant investment with regard over the years to build very good infrastructure in the rural area so that we will have a multiplier effect on economy. So this particular point, this point and this point, please remember this for the examination point of view. Now, another important measure taken by the government of India in this budget is Agri District Program. Okay, Prime Minister Krishi Yojana is one of the flagship, or you can say that umbrella scheme. Okay, umbrella scheme like Krishi Vikas Yojana, you might have heard, it's an umbrella scheme. Okay, under this particular scheme, Agri District Program is launched. Okay, already one important scheme is that program. Okay, and this Agri District Program is not completely, you can say that central government is implementing. Central government is taking the collaborative efforts of what? States also. Okay, so Agri District Program inspired by Aspirational District Program, central government launch in partnership with the states. Okay, for what purpose? To enhance agriculture development. Whatever the various backward and forward linkages of agriculture are there, to enhance that. Okay, that for that purpose this scheme was launched. So another important initiative here is Kisan Credit Card. In this Kisan Credit Card, always remember one point: short-term loans are given, not long-term. Long-term, you will not get 5 years, 10 years, like bigger loans you will not get with regard to the tenure. Short-term loans are given, and 7.7 crore farmers, fishermen and dairy farmers are actually taking the benefits of Kisan credit card. Now today in this budget, Government of India has modified the interest subvention scheme under this particular initiative and also increase the limit of loans through the KCC from 3,000 to 5,000. Means the interest subvention, whatever the interest the government is taking the burden of it, before the government is taking the burden of interest up to 3,000, now it is taking up to 5,000. So with regard to interest subvention is commercial interest rate is 10%. Subvent means thoda niche ka, okay, maybe 7%. The 3% is generally bear by what? A government. So here government is bearing little extra, means decreasing the burden of farmers. Then third important initiative that we are having is Makhana Board. It will be established in the state to improve production, processing, value addition and marketing of makhana. It is one of the popular lifestyle dietary product. That is the reason, as because we are also very much aware of nowadays what to eat, what not to eat. So makhana is being promoted, okay, with respect to its production, growing of makhana, processing it, means adding value to it, and also marketing, nothing but saleability of what makhana is being encouraged by the government. The people engage in these activities, people engage in the makhana related activities will be organized again under what? FPOs, farmer producer organization. The board will provide hand holding, nothing but whenever a farmer is producing or anybody is processing or anybody is adding value to it and making namkeen biscuits, whatever it is, okay, the board with handhold means will provide all the training support, all the financial support to the makhana farmers, okay, so that they will also receive the benefits of all relevant government schemes, okay, even though they are producing or processing makhana. So these are some of the important initiative. Agri 1, 2, 3, 3 we have done now, and resilience program. Remember this point here, in rural areas there are two important categories of occupations or chief source of laborers there. One is those who are working in agriculture, and those who are what? Small scale artists like furniture maker, plumber, etc., or you can say that handloom or handicraft makers. These are called as artisans. Artisans and farmers are the major occupations you will generally see in what? Rural areas. So government of India through the budget wanted to make rural prosperity and a resilience program. It will be launched again in the partnership with the states to address underemployment in agriculture through skilling, investment, technology, and revitalizing the rural economy. Okay, the goal is to create ample opportunities in the rural areas, ensuring that migration become a choice rather than a necessity, Madam has told. Okay, Nirmala Madam has told. Means when you migrate from the rural area to getting in rural areas, that's why you are moving it. Suppose if you're getting a work in the rural areas, then going to the urban areas will become your choice, but not necessity. So government here wanted to make the rural economy very resilient, so that people who want to migrate to the urban areas, they should be thinking 100 times, because that is a choice, not a necessity. When necessity is there, you will not even wait for a second, but when a choice is there, you will think a lot and go. With the help of this program, government want to promote even what? Limited migration. Okay. In first phase, 100 developing agri districts will be covered. This number is important. Please remember this. Then Prime Minister Dhan Dhanya Krishi Yojana. This is the last scheme under the agriculture measures taken in the budget 2025. Production should be there. Promote crop diversification. Instead of just growing rice and wheat, you should also move towards what? Pulses. You should also move towards what? Fiber related crops. So basically you have to diversify crop. Crop diversification is important also to conserve the fertility of the soil. Okay. And also gives you what? The sustainable income. Your desertification of the land will not happen. That's the reason increasing productivity, crop diversification, improve irrigation, and provide better post harvest storage. So all of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 important points you have to remember when you're going for the examination, because they may ask you which one of the following are the objectives under the Prime Minister Dhan Dhanya Krishi Yojana. After giving all of these, they may also give you what? Insurance coverage. If insurance coverage like that feature is being given, no, it is not a part, it is not at all a part of this particular scheme. This point you remember. Okay. So here you also have the picture with regard to infographics taken from the PIB. You can go through this also. Now let us go ahead with the education. In education, we are having three important schemes, and along with that skilling we are having 3-4 schemes. One is Bharatiya Bhasha Pustak scheme, to provide students from distinct linguistic backgrounds, nothing but from distinct languages background, equitable access to digital resources and educational material. Let us suppose I am very good, I am a Telugu medium student because my local language is, or my state language is Telugu only, right? But I don't have much of the resources with regard to I can say that with regard to books on film, with regard to books on gym, with regard to books on what nutrition, etc. I don't have much books in Telugu, all of this. So here government wanted to make these distinct linguistic backgrounds, whatever we are coming from Telugu or Marathi or Kannada, whatever it is. So we have to have equitable digital resources and educational materials. These all should be available in distinct languages. This initiative will be crucial in promoting and integrating Indian languages into education ecosystem. Special focus under this scheme, very important point for the examination, will be Telugu language digital books. My state language digital books will be taken care of, and all the Telugu in Telugu language, many of the books which are not available actually will be available now on what digital content. For that purpose, Government of India will go for what translation, etc. So and so forth. Enhancing research capacity, which is being done by the scheme called as PM Research Fellowship Scheme. Under this PM Research Fellowship Scheme, 1,000 fellowships, means 10,000 students will be supported. Okay, to turbocharge, nothing but 10,000 is not a small number. That is the reason a big stimulus is being given for the research environment in our country. Furthermore, the Government of India has also allocated 20,000 crore rupees for the private sector driven research and innovation. So if as a private person, if I establish a solar research company, then Government of India will give me fund from this particular allocation, and with the help of that I can do some research with regard to the solar. So private driven projects are being supported under this scheme. Along with that, 10,000 students will also be supported. Then 50,000 Atal Tinkering Labs will be set up in the government school over the 5 years to promote STEM learning, science, technology, engineering, mathematics. All of these will be learned by the students in a very natural way, in a very demonstrative way. That is what is Atal Tinkering Lab. Tinkering is nothing but continuously brainstorming and trying to find out the reason of a particular effect, trying to find out how this will happen, and trying to what manipulate and modify and play with the existing whatever the phenomena processes are there with the help of electronics, so and so forth. 50,000 Atal Tinkering Labs will be set up in the government school. Broadband connectivity will also be given for the schools under BharatNet, means Bharat ke liye internet. Okay, it's a scheme which actually provides government internet connectivity across the country. All government secondary schools will be connected. Remember this point here, under BharatNet program, secondary schools will be connected, not the primary schools. This point is very important for the examination. Then skilling initiatives, if you see, 5 national center of excellence for skilling has been established. Expansion of IITs, 6,500 more students will be accommodated in IIT Patna. Patna will get expansion, and the 6,500 more students will be more expanded in the various other IIT. Center for Excellence for AI for Education, 500 crore. AI is what? A future. You might be aware of this. Deep learning, machine learning, AI, robotics. Okay, all of this, open AI. You might have seen Chat GDP. All of these are our artificial intelligence. So this is being promoted. Center of Excellence is nothing but the top institution that will do research on what? AI. With regard to what? Agriculture AI. With regard to what? AI health, AI education, etc. That's a research and top level institute that will actually focus more on what? Innovation. The National Center for Excellence in AI Education, under this to equip around 10 million Indians, nothing but 1 crore Indians will be given essential AI skills by 2030. Okay, for that purpose, Government of India has launched a memorandum of understanding with India AI to skill 5 lakh individuals, including students, educators like me also, and women entrepreneurs by 2026. Years and the end date of the particular end year of the particular scheme is important. Remember this. Now, deep tech, that is what I have told you, deep learning, deep the country. For here one national highway, how do we connect? So if you're having the spaces, in each space like 1 kilometer you consider a space, 10 kilometer you consider a space, whatever it is, in every two spaces or multiple spaces, what actually we are having. So we are trying to gather that particular data. Okay, and this particular scheme is piloted scheme, not implemented across the country, but in specific states like Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Uttar Pradesh, to facilitate modernization of land records, urban planning, and design of infrastructure projects. When we know that whose land belongs to whom, that is being here. Okay, urban planning, town planning of a particular area, complete a new town will be started by the government. Okay, will be layout in the form of town planning officer will be there. He will do it. And urban infrastructure, where to have national highway, how to connect the national highway with the airports. So that is only called as uh, design of infrastructure projects could be possible with the help of what, when we have the information with regard to spatial information of our geography. Then we are having SWAMIN. This particular scheme was launched in the year 2019. The special window, it is called as what, the full form, the special window for affordable and middle income housing. Middle income is nothing but the people who are after poor, low income class will be there, and middle income class will be there. Under this scheme, middle income housing will be supported, like people like who are earning like 10 lakhs per annum. I come into that particular bracket, but still the expenses are too heavy with regard to the kids and the household expenditures are too heavy. We still unable to build our own houses. For us, a separate scheme was launched under this, that is called as SWAMIN. Middle income houses will be supported here. Okay, investment fund. It is India's largest social impact fund. Means it will impact on the society at large, because a lot of middle income households will get benefit from this scheme, especially formed for completing stressed and stalled residential projects. Very, very important. Those projects which are stalled, which are not able to take off because of financial problems, under this particular scenario, the Swamin will come as Shaktiman and will try to help these particular projects to complete, and the disbursement of the housing will also start. The fund is sponsored by Ministry of Finance, Government of India, managed by SBI Capital Ventures Limited. Okay, that's all. So remember this three important, which is a part of this Swamin. Don't forget, right? Because the UPSC have a habit of that, which ministry launches, okay, which organization launches whenever they talk about schemes. So whenever you study schemes and they give you which ministry is supporting that particular scheme, you should be knowing about it. For banking and finance, very simple, we are having insurance for all, we wanted to give by 2047. FDI in insurance sector, FDI in insurance sector increased from 74% to 100%. These are two important initiatives that has been propounded in the budget 2025 by the Nirmala Madam. Insurance for all by to all by 2047, and insurance FDI in insurance increase from present 74% to 100%. Now a foreign company, foreign insurance company can completely have a setup of its own, can do administer, regulate itself on its own way without any hindrance from the Indian collaboration. Okay, he just the company has to follow what Indian laws, that's all. Then with regard to urban development, the first important initiative is being given as Urban Challenge Fund we are having. Okay, Urban Challenge Fund, 1 lakh crore rupees are being earmarked for this scheme for cities as growth hubs. Obviously, you might have learned in your economic survey, and many of the economic survey, they consider cities as a engines of economic growth. Okay, but you might be aware of this fact that urban areas are suffering from what? Uh, Low last mile connectivity. Urban areas are suffering from traffic congestion. Urban areas are suffering from air pollution, just like in Delhi. Urban areas are suffering from what I say, interconnectivity of the various areas within the city. Urban areas are suffering from what? Very less plantation will be there. Okay, there won't be oxygen, lungs of oxygen will be available in the urban areas. Rapid, rampant real estate business is going on, right? So urban areas are actually having what? Safety, security issues are there, also there. So a lot of challenges are there in the urban areas. To address to this particular challenges, Urban Challenge Fund has been initiated with the allocation of 1 lakh crore rupees. Okay, so with the help of this, we will make cities as a growth, economic growth hubs, create creative redevelopment of cities, and water and sanitation will be focused. Remember this point. Economic growth will push in urban areas, creative redevelopment of the cities in such a way that the city aesthetics looks beautiful to us. water and sanitation. If that is solved, the city automatically looks beautiful. The second one is food. When we go out, we'll not go into what restaurants and hotels. We generally have a lot of street vendors will be there. Streets on the streets vending of foods will be there. So for them, a scheme was launched way back, but this year also it has the reference. PM Street Vendor Atmanirbhar Nidhi scheme will be 30,000 limit. Before they have given only 10,000. A scheme is there as part of central buses across the states. So that is their India's mission to electrify. India's mission to electrify. Instead of obviously there that we have clear aspect electric storage batteries. Obviously there that we have clear aspect electric storage batteries, right? So to cater to that for a period of up to 12 years, it will continuously support the should come. So this scheme is extended to up to 2028. By 2028, Government of India want to give tap water connection to all the rural households. The Jal Inspection providing nearly 16 crore, 3 crore. By what I say is that live chats are there. I'll just see that. Fine. Then Udan, regional connectivity scheme. Udan is a scheme where the tier 1, tier 2 areas, nothing but not the metro cities. Like if you are living in your state, you are having a very good city. After that, they are having 2-3 other cities also, which are good. So concentrating on that particular cities. Okay, activity scheme expanded to one operated between Shimla and Delhi. Remember, Shimla doesn't have airport. Now Shimla has got from Delhi. So it's a regional, a small connection, not from Shimla to Hyderabad. That's not required. Under this a particular region you can go on operating. North India you can connect, South India you can connect, East India you can connect. That is what is regional connectivity scheme. The Udan scheme was conceptualized under the National Civil Aviation Policy 2016 with a 10-year vision to connect tier 2 and tier 3. I told you tier 1, which is not right. It is a scheme which is completely dedicated to connect what tier 2 and tier 3 cities. Okay. And Udan 1 was there, 1 2.0 was there, 3.0 was there. Now we are having Udan 4.0. Udan 4.0 is there, focused on hilly regions. So wherever hilly regions are there, there also we have to have a airport connectivity. That is what it envisages. Northeastern states, island territories. Okay, enhanced emphasis on helicopter and seaplane services. Seaplane services and like that, the helicopter can land on the sea and can take off from on the sea. That is called as seaplane services. Helicopter services between region to region only, between one place to other place, smaller areas, not much 1,000 kilometers of distance, not like that. Very minimum distance should be there. That's why it is called as region. Okay, cannot go from year to year, It has to be either year. You should go on what improving the air connectivity. Now in 4.0 they have given importance to what hilly regions, northeastern to do production by only what leveraging clean technology, means not harming to the environment. This push for sustainable manufacturing will act as a third engine for the growth, driving investment and innovation in these key sectors. The 2024 budget has also marked a very significant step here, because including PIL scheme is extended to include toys, footwear. Okay, the total number of sectors under PIL is at this point of time stands at 16. Okay, the allocation for this scheme manufacturing mission has been increased. Okay, 38% of total allocation is given to electronic manufacturing. Auto and automobiles have got around 30,500 crores. Drone manufacturing has gone around 57 crores allocation. Now we are having power. 5,876 crore rupees has been allocated for India's Strategic Petroleum Reserve Limited. Strategic petroleum is nothing but, well, let's suppose we are in a war with what Pakistan and China and Bangladesh all together. At that time, we cannot have the supplies of petrol or not. Yes, it is very difficult to get. So at that time, India should store some reserves under the earth, under the ground, so that in these scenarios, hostile scenarios, we all Odisha. Then we all okay. Nuclear energy expand 2033. We should have what small. We will not have any problem with regard to what energy, but we do not have uranium. For that purpose, obviously, we should be a part of national nuclear supplier group. We are not a member of it. India needs member of this, but they are not giving us the member. It's a US-led nuclear supplier group, which also have Russia. India is first of all asked to sign NPT, Non-Proliferation Treaty. If it does it, they will get the NSG membership, but India is not signing this. That's why this is also we are not getting. But uranium supply we do not have in our country. We have to do the import of uranium, which is important for the nuclear energy purpose. Now we are having NABIFIT. Okay, National Bank for Financing Infrastructure and Development. Okay, so basically a bank that will focus entirely on what? Infrastructure development. Analysts believe NABIFIT will play a very crucial role in reviving long-term infrastructure financing. Remember this point, long-term. Okay, and for long-term, we can have what? Climate resilient infrastructure we can build, which is harming the environment in a very, very less manner. National Mission for Manuscripts has also been launched to preserve, document, and disseminate India's rich manuscript heritage. Lot of libraries of British era we are having still functioning. A lot of books are there which are actually, you can say that some are torn, some words are not being properly seen, because over a period of time the quality of that particular book or paper will go down for sure. So it is better that we should protect our rich heritage if we go for what? Digitization of them, right? The mission has been restructured with the nomenclature. National Mission for Manuscripts have now renamed as Gyan Bharatam Mission. It is a central sector scheme. Period is important for 2024 to 31. And allocation is not important, but period important. And we are trying to preserve, document, and document is nothing but digitize, disseminate is nothing but spreading among the masses with regard to our rich manuscript heritage. The one-liners, as I've told you, it is also very important for the examination. Maritime Development Fund, supporting shipbuilding and port upgrades. For that, 25,000 crores is allocated. National Institute of Food Technology is being established with Purvadaya. Greenfield airports are coming, new major airport to supplement Patna. Already Bihar, Patna is having airport. Another greenfield airport is being given to what? Bihar. Mission for Atmanirbharta in pulses. Haryana and Punjab farmers will be benefited in this particular mission if they cultivate what? Pulses. Mission for cotton productivity, it is for 5 years mission. Okay, basically to improve, okay, to cotton growing districts, and government will give scientific support so that their yields will improve per hectare. More cotton production is envisaged there. New urea plant is coming in Assam. National Mission on High Yielding Seeds, focus on research, climate resilient seeds, commercial viability of 1000. Indian Council of Agriculture Research, we all have these research institutions which can work on high yielding seeds, just like we are having in green revolution. Okay, we want climate resilient. For that purpose we need to do research. Commercial viability of 100 plus varieties we have to develop. Means after doing the research, after getting a climate resilient varieties, we should at least work on 100 plus varieties which are climate resilient. Mission for cotton productivity, already I have told you, it's a 5-year mission, basically to enhance crop cotton yields, and with the help of what? Scientific support. I hope this is all clear to you. The PDF of this document I will be giving in the link in the form of a Google Drive. You can directly see and download from it. Okay, this is the end of what? Budget quick revision. Part 1 is being completed yesterday. Today is a part 2, which is all about schemes. If you are learning this much, it will definitely have 1 or 2 questions for sure, and which comes to around 4 marks, a very good marks weightage in the budget. Okay, do revise it. That's all about it. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.